If you're a fan of 90 Day Fiancé, you know that some couples feel like a sweet, budding romance, while others feel like a high-speed train wreck you simply can't look away from. Sarper Buvin and Shekinah Garner, they are the absolute epitome of the latter. Their story is a whirlwind of passion, control, and jaw-dropping moments that leave us all asking the same question: is this love, or is it a battle of wills destined for heartbreak? While it takes two to tango in any relationship, it's becoming painfully clear that Sarper may be the one leading them straight off a cliff. Let's take a step back. When we first met them, there was a spark. Sarper, a 45-year-old self-proclaimed bad boy from Turkey, and Shekinah, a 43-year-old esthetician from Los Angeles, connected on a dating app. It seemed like a modern fairy tale, but the cracks didn't just appear. They were part of the foundation from day one. Sarper wasn't just in love with Shekinah, he was in love with the idea of her, an idea he was determined to sculpt and mold into his personal vision of perfection. This wasn't just about him preferring a certain style of dress, it was a top-to-bottom overhaul. He openly pressured her about her weight, dictated her diet, and curated her wardrobe as if she were his personal doll. Think about how that must feel. To have the person who is supposed to love you unconditionally constantly tell you that you're not quite right, that you need fixing. The most chilling example of this, of course, was his involvement in her plastic surgery. He didn't just support her decision, he took a pen and designed her new nose. It's a move so audacious, so controlling, it steps out of the realm of relationship quirks and into something far more unsettling. He wasn't her partner, he was her architect. When Sarper packed his bags and moved to the US on a K-1 visa, the fantasy of their life together collided with a harsh reality. The American dream quickly soured when he was confronted with Shekinah's cozy Los Angeles apartment. For a man of his ego, it wasn't a home, it was a cage. He openly mocked her living space, complaining he felt like a prison inmate, lumping himself in with her poor dog. This wasn't just a man adjusting to a new country. This was a man who expected a palace and was openly resentful when he didn't get one. Their wedding, if you can even call it that, was another glaring red flag. Forgoing any semblance of a traditional ceremony, they opted for a bedding ritual, a choice that was supposed to be intimate and meaningful. Instead, it devolved into another opportunity for Sarper to complain and for Shekinah to feel disappointed by the bedroom's layout and decor. Their very first act as a married couple was steeped in dissatisfaction, a grim foreshadowing of what was to come. The drama, of course, didn't stop there. It escalated into a full-blown inferno. At the season 11 tell-all, the couple dropped a bombshell that shocked even the most seasoned 90-day viewers. Less than a month into their marriage, it had already imploded. "She kicked me off the house, so I left the ring and I went out," Sarper admitted, revealing he had to stay in a rental for 10 days. Shekinah confirmed the timeline, her face a mask of exhaustion. "This is less than a month after we got married." Sarper's explosive temper and complete lack of a filter are at the heart of their turmoil. He doesn't just argue, he goes for the jugular. He has publicly mocked Shekinah on his Instagram, posting stories about her cosmetic procedures with a cruel, dismissive tone. "She is non-stop doing something," he wrote. "The number of recovering days is more than regular days in our life." It's a statement dripping with contempt, reducing her choices and her recovery to an inconvenience for him. He carried this disrespect right onto the tell-all stage, complaining about the basic responsibilities of a partnership. He whined about being asked to do household chores, taking out the garbage, walking the dog, going shopping, giving her a ride. These are the mundane, everyday acts of service that build a life together, yet to Sarper, they were unbearable burdens. Then came the line that made everyone's blood run cold. In a moment of pure, unfiltered rage, he looked at his wife and threatened her on camera, "You will lose me just because of you. And you will regret like a dog." To compare the woman you married to a dog, to threaten her with abandonment in such a demeaning way, is a profound display of emotional cruelty. Faced with this constant criticism, it's no wonder Shekinah is dreaming of an escape. She recently revealed her desire to leave Los Angeles, citing the need for a more affordable place to live. But one has to wonder if she's just trying to escape the high cost of living or the high emotional cost of living with Sarper. After he compared her home to a prison, Who could blame her for wanting to find Shekinah isn't a passive victim in this dynamic. She is a strong, assertive woman who came into the relationship with her own set of non-negotiable demands. He had to stop training female clients, quit smoking, and make their relationship public. She has also struggled mightily to accept his past, particularly the staggering number of over 2,500 sexual partners he claims to have had. Her own tendency to pick fights over smaller issues undoubtedly adds fuel to Sarper's explosive fire. Their relationship is a toxic cocktail of two incredibly controlling personalities clashing. The future for Sarper and Shekinah is murky. Divorce seems like a real, looming possibility, yet there's a sliver of hope. During the tell-all, a weary Shekinah confessed, "We need so much therapy." This admission could be their last lifeline. It opens the door for a potential appearance on 90 Day, the last resort, where they would be forced to confront their demons under the guidance of professionals. Ultimately, while Shekinah has her own part to play in their marital woes, Sarper's behavior is the primary catalyst for their collapse. His deep-seated need for control, his shocking lack of respect, and his volatile temper create an environment where love can't possibly thrive. He seems to want a subordinate, not a partner. Unless he can undergo a radical transformation and learn to love the woman she is rather than the woman he wants her to be, their 90-day journey is destined to end in a permanent separation. We'll all be watching, hoping for a miracle but bracing for the inevitable crash.